What is up, guys? It is Brittany Voorhees coming back at you with my drugstore haul. Now, the other day I went to Walmart because I needed a few things, so I decided I will pick up a few foundations and stuff and test them out and see if they are good. So we have a bunch of things from Walmart in my drugstore haul today that include a foundation, concealer, face primer, under eye primer, eyeliner, and a bunch of other goodies. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. The first product I have to review, and everything that I'm reviewing is on my face, well, most everything. I couldn't use like both the HD powders together, so I only used one, but everything I'm reviewing is currently on my face right now. So now let's get right into it. And the first thing I picked up was this Photo Focus Foundation by Wet n Wild in Soft Beige. Let you see that right there. Wait, focus? You get the gist. It kind of focused. And it has this really odd applicator, which is, let's see if I can do this without spilling any. This. Now what I do is I just dotted it along my face with that, and then use my foundation brush to pat it all in and blend it into place. It worked really well for the most part, but one problem I did have was after a few minutes it did settle into the pores. It's hard to see right now with the light I have, but if you look on like my Instagram or Twitter, I have pictures of my actual face where you can see it did settle into the pores even with my powder on and with primer on my face, and all my flaws were visible, and it just after a while didn't look good. But for a color match it was perfect. I had no problems with the color. It was a nail on the head. Now, the other thing I picked up was the Maybelline New Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Light Pale. Now, I think I just need one shade darker. I think that would fix it. I got this one because I don't like to get too dark. I like to get one lighter, just in case, because if it's darker, it's a lot easier to see in pictures if it was darker. So I start lighter and then move my way up. But this is that one. Da-da-da. It's not going to focus right, but you get the gist. And first problem I had was it takes forever to twist this thingy to get actual concealer to come out of it. So that was one thing I had. And for me personally, it really didn't cover all the dark circles under here and all the color. I had to go over with a couple coats and go over with a different concealer for it to even look okay, but I think that's just I need one more shade darker, so I'm not going to bash on this product because it did do a really good job. It's just I think it's too light for my skin tone, but it's really good. It feels really good going on the skin. It's not too heavy, and I'm really digging the applicator thingy. I really like it, and I just put it on, and then I use my, I don't know the specific number, I use my brush to blend it all in. Sometimes I use my beauty blender. How am I feeling that day? And then the next thing we have is the Milani Prime Shield Face Primer. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like it. I do not like this face primer at all. I don't like silicone primers as it is, but I thought I'd give Milani a try because I've heard really good reviews on Milani. But I just put it on and it's like, it feels really bad going on my skin. I don't notice it minimizing any of the pores. I don't notice it mattifying any of my face. I just don't notice a difference when I use this. I don't know if it's just my skin type or if it's the product, but I would not recommend this if I could recommend to anybody. I didn't like it at all. The next thing we got was, we'll go with this, the e.l.f. Hydrating Under Eye Primer, and that is what this looks like. Now, I used to be obsessed with e.l.f. I used to think it was my go-to for everything. I loved e.l.f. and then I realized, e.l.f. isn't actually as good as I thought it was. But the under eye primer, I think personally it's really nice. It smoothens all the skin down. It creates a really nice base for my concealer to go on, but again, my concealer is a shade too light, so I really can't notice the 100% until I get a good concealer. But it's pretty decent for the price. It was only like $2 or $3 at my Walmart. It was really good. The next thing I got was the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. That is what this one looks like. And then I'll just go ahead and show you the... Now, I did make a boo-boo when I bought this. I was rushing because we had to hurry up and go home, and I accidentally got brownish black instead of black. But I don't think it's too bad because I really don't notice that much of a difference. I don't notice it being a little bit lighter than what I usually wear, so I'm not unhappy with it. And this mascara is actually really good. It's one of my favorites I've picked up at Walmart. I've picked up a few that I'm not going to review today because I no longer have them because I threw them out because I didn't like them. But this one is one of my favorites. I don't think I'll be throwing this away anytime soon. There's very little clump, if any. Like today, it had a little clumpiness, but that's because I was going over a few times to try and make sure it looked really good because I was recording today. But yeah, I really like this mascara. I would definitely recommend it. It's very nice. Now the next thing I got was this Wet n Wild mattifying powder, and it's translucent. Now, I did use it with this over another powder that I will later show, and I did not see that much flashback in pictures I took. Maybe very little bit, but I didn't see too much white in any pictures. It was really nice, and my favorite thing about this is it has this here, and then you flip it up, it has another little container for the powder brush thingy. Not that I use it, I usually just pat this on with my powder brush, but this is my favorite of the two powders that I got. The other one was e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. This one I felt like it went on a lot heavier than a translucent powder should. I felt like you could really see the white powder, and I tried using the sponge. I went really light with the brush, and it was just, there was a lot of fallout. No matter how lightly I applied, how light my hand was, it was just, I could see the white, I could see the fallout, I could see the little clumps of product, and I did not like it. But I will be using this because it has a little compact mirror, so that's the only reason I'm going to keep it. It has a mirror, and it's the only compact mirror I own, so hey, I can't complain. And it was only like $2 too, so. The other thing I got was the CoverGirl Clean Normal Skin Pressed Powder in the shade 130 Classic Beige. So there's the shade for it. Oh, come on. There you go. There's the shade. That's what the top looks like. And I have this. I put this over my foundation and then put the HD powder over it because I want to see how they look together. And I will be trying to look with just this instead of this, and then trying to look with just this instead of this. But I like this. I don't know exactly if it's my skin tone, so I am going to buy one shade darker and then one shade lighter than this, just to compare all three and see which one would be more along the lines of my skin tone. But this is what it looks like inside. It has a little compact mirror, but in my opinion, the e.l.f. one is just slightly bigger and a lot better, so I will be using that one. Oh, you can see my webcam in there. Hi. And there you go. It was really nice and not a lot of fallout. It didn't clump on my skin. I think it did a really good job setting everything, bringing it to a beautiful matte finish, giving it just that little bit extra color that I might have lost. And it was really good. I like it. This one was an A+ in my book. Another thing I got was the e.l.f. Angled Eyeliner Brush. There's that for you. Now, I used this to apply my eyeliner today. It did come out a little weird because I'm not used to using this. I think after getting a little bit of practice down, I might be able to get better with it. I've never used this before, so I bought it. And I think it did a good job, but my hand wasn't very steady, so it did turn a little bit wonky. But this is really good for the price. It was only $1. You can't beat $1. Another thing I picked up was the Maybelline New York Eye Studio. I don't remember if it was called a gel line eyeliner or a cream eyeliner, but it's in the shade Blackest Black. And there's what that looks like. Very nice and simple. The name, oh, hello. Name and everything. Okay, it's just not going to focus. I'm sorry. It doesn't like me today. But yeah. And then, you know, you just get the little, you can see it's already pretty used because I put it to a lot of love. And yeah. And then it came with this cute little brush, but I don't use the brush unless it's just for the lining the lid here. I mainly use this to put eyeshadow on my waterline. I found it's really good for that, but I don't use it for the wing itself. I use it more for lining the lid there and then all under here. I use this for the actual wing itself. And then the last product we have to review is something I use daily. I love it a lot ever since I found it. It is the e.l.f. Daily Brush Cleaner. Now, this is really good if you use multiple brushes in a single look, and you don't want the colors to mix. You just put a couple spurts on your brush, you wipe the brush off on a towel until there's no more color, and it's ready to go again. It does have a very weird smell to it. I'll never get over that smell. It does have a very odd fragrance, but it was only like $3. I was happy with it. You can't beat that for the price. But altogether, everything I just showed you guys costed $53.13. A little more than what I wanted to spend, but you know, I know foundations alone that cost that. So, in my opinion, for $53.13, I think it all does a really good job for what it's supposed to do. A few things could be better. A few things hit it on the point. A few things I wouldn't use again, like this and this. I don't like these, but that's my opinion. I'm not going to tell you to go buy it, to not to buy it. I'm just telling you my opinion on it, and if you're looking for cheap, nice, does its job makeup, definitely check out the Walmart. But that is all that I have for you guys today, for this video at least. If you like what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe button, show this video some love by hitting that like button, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys!